Good morning to everyone. It's Wednesday, May the 8th, and time for another few words. Last week I had an opportunity, I was away last week, and I had an opportunity to visit my family up in upstate New York and for a family event. It was refreshing in many ways. Different country, beautiful country, but to see what was going on in the news and to see this part of the country, all of the families of these little 6 and 7 year olds whose families came out to watch them play a little baseball, or kind of a baseball, as best as 6 and 7 year olds can play baseball, doing what they can on different teams with their uniforms and whatnot, and the catcher behind the home plate. I gotta tell you, dressing up with the mask and the pads and everything else, but I don't think the catcher ever touched the ball. The adult behind them caught the ball, and they each had a chance. Everybody in the team had a chance to get up and bat, and they played 2 innings, and everybody had a chance to get up and bat every inning. Didn't make any difference. You had 10 outs or 10 hits, whatever it was, but everybody got a chance to get up to the plate. I think each person was allowed 6 pitches, and there was a little machine that pitched it, so it was even-handed with that. And the kids didn't seem to mind whether they got a hit, whether they caught the ball. People stood up and cheered if they dropped the ball, if they missed the ball. People stood up and cheered if they swung and missed. People stood up and cheered. And the kids came back and ran back from there, happy as all get out from home plate, ran back to their bench, and it was amazing to see everybody just kidding and clowning around and having a good time on the bench with their teammates, and at the end shaking hands, and at the end of the 2 innings, shaking hands, and just going home, going to have a little pizza, going to have a little bit of a time. Everybody ended up a winner, I guess. What can I tell you? Everybody felt not so much winners, losers, but winners. Even the families, it was good to see the families celebrating, coming around them, and then going home and watching all the violence on television, and seeing how sometimes we don't come. It's good to be passionate about things, but not irrational, and not where my passion invades your rights or supersedes the rights of some other people. My prayer for us as we continue with this journey in life that we're all in, how quickly life goes by. I was reflecting back when I was 6 years old, a long time ago. I didn't have this type of organized sports at this time, but it was still had a great time as far as I can think of. Yeah, there were tough times, and yeah, there was ups and downs, but in general, they were great times. I had a great time with my friends. And the reflection is that we don't always see eye to eye with everyone, and everything isn't always the way I look at it. I sometimes have to accede to what others think, what others see, the truth that others hold. And all of us hold a certain truth. We just have to listen to it, find it, accept it, acknowledge it, and then move on. I read somewhere that a hateful heart is like poison ivy. It only takes a little contact with a hateful heart to spread its poison. My prayer for us is that we think of these little kids in the midst of all the troubles going on in the world, in our country, and on the college campuses, everywhere, right? And yes, there's worthy causes. I got to tell you, right? We know. But at the same time, when we lose the idea of getting together, of opposing teams, 2 teams, coming together with different viewpoints, and sometimes there's more than 2 viewpoints, listening for the truth in each person, and hearing the truth in each person, accepting the truth in each person, and not it's my way or the highway, it's what I want or nothing at all. It's chaos and it's anarchy. It's crazy, it really is. I look at the little children and see the example that they still have to set for us. Where are their teachers? Where are their guides? Where are their mentors? And yet they still are teachers to us. And there's a lesson there if we just open our eyes and open our hearts to see it. May we become like these little children, joyful in life, celebrating life and every moment in life. And whether we win, whether we don't win, we go out, we do our best. Who can ask anything more from any of us? Let's not invade the rights of others, take away others' rights because I'm not getting what I want. Therefore, no one can get what they want. That's like taking your baseball or taking your basketball and saying, I'm going home, it's my ball, I'm leaving. I didn't get what I want. I'm not the captain, I'm taking the ball. Please. It's childish. Let's be childlike, not childish. Okay? In the way in which we relate to each other. Let's get hate out of our hearts. You know, I think it was St. Francis de Sales who used to say, is the namesake after whom we're named after. You know, you can get more flies, you catch more flies with a spoonful of sugar than with a barrel full of vinegar. Let's not be a people filled with vinegar. Let's be a people instead filled with joy, with hope, with peace, and with God's love in our life. Take the time to see, and I don't care what position we have, someone's always going to have an opposite opinion, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Let's listen. What truth are they carrying? And we can disagree, but let's not be disagreeable in our disagreement. You know, we can still disagree without being disagreeable. Let's move ahead in our journey, especially as we enter this month of May. New month beginning with the Feast of St. Joseph the Worker and moving on to all the Marian feasts that we celebrate, the Feast of Mary. And as we remind ourselves of Mary's loving relationship with her son and her son's loving relationship with each of us, let's challenge ourselves to see what way we can bring a little peace and joy and hope and faith and God's love to someone other than ourselves today. And not only today, then maybe tomorrow also, and maybe the day after also, and make it part of our life. Okay? Remember, peace, not hate. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Okay? Let's make sure that we become a people interested in being a peacemaker, not someone who is interested in burning down the world because I'm not getting my way. It's just a temper tantrum. Let's listen, let's focus, be passionate about what we believe in, yes, but not at the expense of someone else's rights. So many people before us have had that idea, have moved ahead with that idea. Let's learn from those who've gone before us in that regard. And let's be part of that number when the saints go marching in. Mary, help of Christians, pray for us. Mary, help of Christians, pray for you. See you next week. Peace be with you.